everyone, it's Raquel Bowman and today I'm here with you sharing a new layout for Hip Kit Club. The layout today is based on this sketch which is going to go up in our Facebook group and other social media sites today.
And so, other social media with a boy.
That's my son. So what I've done is I've used the circles. Okay, Jack. 1 minute, let Mummy finish, okay? I've used the circles and my framelits dies to cut out of my white cardstock some circles to pop, oh my goodness, to pop my photo behind. He just wants to see his hand there. To put my photo behind on my layout. So the photos that I'm documenting are these ones that were taken at the park. And what cracks me up so much about my child, which is Jack, is his faces that he pulls whenever I try and get a photo of him. So I found the sentiment, the light of my life always, and I thought this was a perfect sentiment not only for my children together, but the fact that Jack is just such a cracker. This one here says, days spent with you are my favourite, so I've popped those in because it's got a circular element, and I'm just going to base my layout on the sketch.
Mom, can I just see what it looks like?
Yes. What do you think of Mummy's photos and Mummy's layout, Jack? Who's that?
Charlotte, and that's me, and Charlotte, and that's me.
Okay, say bye, everyone. Say bye.
Bye. I need to set on my hand.
Okay, they can see your beautiful hand. Okay, say bye, everyone. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, so after that little bit of entertainment, Jack isn't with me during this part of the voiceover. So I'm just going to go through with you my process for today. So what I decided to start by doing is just getting my base of my layout ready. So I used my Sizzix circle dies. They're one of my most used Sizzix tools, as well as my tag dies from Sizzix, and I've just cut the circles out of the A4 or 8.5 by 11 size cardstock. Now I have one of the Big Shot Plus machines, so that has like an A4 capacity, which means that I can run a whole 8.5 by 11 layout through the die cut machine and cut out things like circles, and I can then back things. So if I had a star shape, I could cut a star shape out and back that with pattern paper, which is a really great sort of feature to be able to have. Then what I've grabbed out is some circle punches to continue that circle theme. So I've got like a 1 inch, a 1¼ inch punch. I've also grabbed out, I think it's around a 2 inch one of the dies as well. So I've continued to keep that set out. And then I have a hole punch, which I'm going to use the negative piece that you don't normally use, and use that as like small enamel dots, sort of size circular embellishments on the layout, just to make the design feel finished, I guess. I've just recently signed up to Spotify, so I was just popping that on then while I was completing my layout. So off camera I have stitched around the edge of the layout, and then I'm going to work on embellishing. So that days spent with you on my favourite sticker is from the Willow Lane 6 by 12 sticker sheet, and what I did was I've just sort of traced the outline of the edge of the circle and cut around that, because if I had have stuck that whole circular sticker on, it would have covered a bit of Jack's face. So I've sort of made it look like it was die cut as well. And then I'm going to start now just working on the title area. So I'm using my T-square ruler to line up that always, and because I wanted it to run sort of straight and then that little the Light of My Life sticker to go above it, I wanted to make sure that with the T-square ruler I had it as straight as possible, just because that's such a feature on the layout. So I'm sort of mimicking the sketch with the circles, of course, and then the stars I'm using are parts of the fabric trim, or the gold trim from Willow Lane crepe paper that you get in the kit. And then so those stars will be placed at sort of 3 areas, as well as those really teensy tiny little circle pieces as embellishments, sort of to finish off those clusters. Towards the end of the layout, I end up grabbing some of the clear stickers. Here they are now, just because I felt like I wanted to add some more detail. So I really like the design of this sketch and how it flows from sort of the top of the page to the bottom of the page with that circle design. You can't go wrong when you think about geometric designs, I think, in scrapbooking, and circles is one of those sort of shapes that just layouts can come together quite easily when you just keep in mind about how to keep the layout balanced, so without being too heavy in one way. So for example, I have a real big sort of cluster in that top left corner, but it's been balanced out by the title and that bottom right corner. So you'll also notice that I'm sort of working in mainly a group of 3, and if I join together the gold stars from the fabric trim, you'll see that it forms a triangle. So I'm always keeping in mind how to keep my layout balanced, especially now that I'm working with this 8.5 by 11 size, which when I was last designing with hip kits, I was using and completing 12 by 12 layouts. So it's a nice fresh change for me, and one that has reinvigorated my mojo, I think. So I hope that you've enjoyed that layout today. I'll be back soon sharing another layout for the sketch next week. So I'll see you around this time next week. And yeah, have a great day. Bye everyone.